Okay. So a very good morning to everyone. So let us welcome. So one of the famous Professor C.P. Ramasesh sir from University of Mysore, former librarian. So ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಅದೃಷ್ಟನೇ ಹೌದು. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಈ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಲೆಗರಿಸಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಓವರ್ ಟು ಯು ಸರ್. ರಾಮಶೇಷ್ ಸರ್.
Good morning, everybody. At the outset, I would like to thank Professor Sushma Madam for having given me an opportunity to share before you the trends and issues pertaining to the use of electronic information resources. I will be mainly touching upon e-books, e-journals, e-thesis, e-databases, and courseware. And I will be touching upon important issues pertaining to publication ethics as well. Now, it has become a tedious task to access precise information, relevant information, and timely information upon three major constraints. What are the three major constraints? One is overabundance of information. Secondly, there is scatter of information, and there is pollution of information as well. There is overabundance of information. It is really astonishing to note that a weekly edition of New York Times is a newspaper of United States origin. It's a daily newspaper. One weekly edition, it goes up to 150, 160 pages. You cannot read the entire newspaper. Therefore, it is said, it is really astonishing to note that a weekly edition of New York Times carries more information than the average man of 17th century England who was supposed to know in his entire lifetime. Such is the amount of information that is being generated today. We cannot read the entire newspaper. If you are interested in public administration, open the paper at page number 35 to 65, public administration. If you are interested in movies, open the paper at page number 125 to 135 movies. This is overabundance of information. It is on account of information explosion. And secondly, there is scatter of information. Information gets scattered in varieties of formats. Earlier, there used to be only two alternatives: hardbound edition of the book and paperback edition of the book. Now, information is made available on magnetic tapes, magnetic discs, CD-ROM diskettes, on the web, and DVDs also. There is scatter of information. And there is pollution of information as well. Information not based on authentic data. Scientist Mayoka, a Russian scientist, is of the opinion, if you are given a huge mass of information, if you are able to segregate or separate the irrelevant part of information, it is a difficult task. For it, a doctorate may be awarded. To that extent, it is very difficult to separate the irrelevant part of information. These are the major constraints in accessing precise information, relevant information, and at the minimum loss of time. Further, Dr. Johnson is of the opinion you need not be afraid of the situation because knowledge is of two kinds according to him. Knowledge is of two kinds. One in knowing the information yourself, and another is in knowing where you can find information upon it. It is just like this. I would like to quote the example. The height of Mount Everest, you can retrieve out of your memory, or if you know which source gives what kind of information and where exactly it is available, that is also treated as a kind of knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is of two kinds. One in knowing the information yourself, you can retrieve out of your memory, and another is in knowing the locus of that knowledge, which source gives what kind of information and where exactly it is available. You must be in a position to retrieve that source within 5 to 10 minutes. That is also treated as a kind of knowledge today. And information is broadly classified into two groups. One is primary source of information. They are called research material. They are periodicals, technical reports, standards, patents, conference and seminar proceedings, theses and dissertations, report of various committees and commissions, and government publication also constitute primary source of information. Government source covers acts, ordinances, statutes, gazette notification on all these. These are primary source of information. They are also called research materials. On the other hand, we have secondary sources. We have secondary sources. It covers dictionaries, encyclopedias, directories, yearbooks and almanacs, handbooks, manuals, atlases and maps, gazetteers. Gazetteer means Desha Vichara Kosha. Gazetteer, Karnataka Gazetteer, Mysore Gazetteer, and then Nodirbo. Then bibliographies, indexes and abstract, review document, digest of newspaper, book of awards and honor. All these, there are 13 types of secondary sources. They are called reference materials. Why do we call them as reference material? We do not read them. We seldom read them. We do not read them. We refer to them for a particular piece of information. For example, nobody reads a dictionary. We refer to the dictionary to know the meaning of a word. We refer to the dictionary to know the pronunciation of the word. We refer to maps to know the location of a river, to know the location of cities. Therefore, they are called reference sources, unlike textbooks and novels. Novels we read from cover to cover, from page number 1 to the end, we read novels. But reference sources, dictionaries, directories, encyclopedias, maps, we collect particular piece of information. We open the book or we open the source at page number 65. We read from page number 65 to 70 in case of encyclopedias or handbooks. Therefore, they are called reference sources. This eighth one, please concentrate on eighth one. You are familiar with the other types of sources. Eighth one is gazetteers, Desha Vichara Kosha. Here you will get latitude, longitude, historical background of places or cities or districts or countries. Then maps, authoritative maps, you will get gazetteer because they are published by government organizations. Then education information about that place, and then historical background, then temples, art, architecture, famous personalities, rivers, dams, crops, metals, fuels, and various dams, irrigation, everything about a place you will get from gazetteer. For example, regarding details regarding KR Sagar Dam, capacity of the dam, when it was constructed, who are the famous personalities involved in construction, what is the capacity of the dam, the areas irrigated, all these you will get from Mandya district gazetteer. So gazetteers gives detailed information, very comprehensive information about places, cities, towns, states, national. We have district gazetteers. All districts we will be getting separate gazetteer. We have Karnataka state gazetteers in 2 volumes. We have Imperial Gazetteer of India, 26 volumes. At international level, we have Columbia Lippincott Gazetteer of the World. So gazetteer gives information about places, including maps, taluk maps, district map, authoritative maps you will be getting from gazetteer. All these constitute secondary sources. They are also called reference materials. Then, while coming to thesis also constitute thesis and dissertations. Mahaprabandhagalu, matte nibandhagalu, all these constitute primary source of information. So, the thesis in electronic format you can access from home. It is on open platform. It is called Shodh Ganga. You please remember this one. It is very important. The thesis available in 400 Indian universities are accessible. As of now, there are 260,000 theses from 350 universities are hosted on open platform. Any student, anybody who is having internet facility at home, he can access, he can download those theses for reference. This is the initiative of University Grant Commission. InflipNet Center is taking care of this one. So Shodhganga gives you access to full text electronics thesis available in 350 Indian universities. Free of cost you can access. This is about Shodhganga. Then further regarding doctoral thesis and dissertation, networked digital library of thesis and dissertation from Virginia Tech University, United States. Here you can access 36 lakhs thesis. 36 lakhs thesis you can access. This is submitted to European universities, American universities, Canadian universities, Australian universities. You will be getting thesis available from about 1,100 universities across the world. Then OACD, it's a very important one nowadays. Researchers and students are accessing open access thesis and dissertation. It is an initiative of McMaster University, Canada. About 50 lakhs doctoral thesis and dissertations you can access freely. Here you can access freely, available at 1,100 universities across North America and Europe. About 50 lakhs thesis you can access from OATD, Open Access Thesis and Dissertation. The service is from McMaster University, Canada. Then another popular database of thesis and dissertation is ProQuest Digital Dissertation. ProQuest Digital Dissertation. The service is from Ann Arbor, Michigan, US. The largest database in the world. It covers about 55 lakhs thesis. 55 lakhs thesis available in United States, certain countries of North America, Canada, and many universities of Europe and Australia. About 1,300 university theses and dissertations are covered by ProQuest dissertation. Please note this here, the coverage is from 1861. The first United States thesis was submitted in the year 1861. 1861 to present, all theses are available. If you want hard copies of the thesis, they will Xerox the copy, they will Xerox the thesis volume and send it by post, courier post. If you want on microfilm reels, they will send it on microfilm reels. If you want on microfiche strip, 3 inches by 5 inches plastic strip, it can accommodate 1,000 pages. You can keep it in the pocket and move anywhere. So they will send you the thesis on microfiche. If you want, they will send the thesis on CDs. One complete CD, they will archive on CD and post it to you. And if you want, you can download PDF file directly from all alternatives are made available here. But in the case of other 3 databases, aggregator, it is free of cost. However, large database regarding doctoral thesis and dissertation, it is subscription based. One has to be a subscriber to access thesis available in ProQuest Digital Dissertations. Now, while coming to journals andre niyatakaalike patrikegulu. So ProQuest is the largest aggregator for journals. Aggregator means one who facilitates resources of various publishers on his platform. They are called aggregator. One who publishes and provides access, they are called publishers. On one hand, we have publishers of books and journals. On the other hand, we have aggregators. Aggregators means they collect publications of various publishers and allow you to access on his platform. Therefore, they are called aggregators. ProQuest provides access 22,000 journals. They are segregated according to discipline wise. Medical library, ProQuest Medical Library, ProQuest Business Library, ProQuest Music Library, Computer Library, Agriculture Library, Psychology Library, and Biology Library. Like that, they are segregated 22,000 journals subject-wise and provide access to various institutions. ProQuest. Then we have EBSCO. EBSCO is another popular one. A large number of universities, Indian universities are subscriber to EBSCO. Here you will get access to about 17,000 journals. 17,000 journals. So for economy measure, they are providing article alert service. That is to say, if you want relevant articles to be sent to them, if you give the subjects, as and when the relevant articles are published, the articles will be sent to your email ID. It is the article alert service so that the researcher can save to a greater extent in case of article alert service. Here is SSRN, Social Science Research Network. Student, especially in the area of economics, commerce, philosophy, political science, sociology, management science, and literature, can access articles. Up to 3 lakh articles you can access from Social Science Research Network. The articles are selected from the recent publications of journals. Very important one, SSRN, Social Science Research Network. Then we have REPEC, Research Papers in Economics. Volunteers from 74 countries with American Economic Association. This is nothing but EconLit. Archives provides access to 12 lakh research articles, journal article, working paper, and various software in the discipline of economics and related topics. The service is from American Economic Association. Then ERIC, very Education Resources Information Center, covers about 1,000 journals and reports and monograph. The service is from Department of Education, United States. Very important one, especially students and teachers who are in the discipline of education and related fields. Then don't forget this one. University Grant Commission is providing access to books, journals, and thesis. Thesis we have already discussed about Shodh Ganga. InflipNet Center provides access to Shodh Sindhu. Shodh Sindhu service is for postgraduate students who are studying in universities. If you are in university campus, you will get access to Shodh Sindhu, where you will get access to 15,000 journals and 12 databases. And please see, if you are working in a college can subscribe to Enlist service, wherein you will get access to 6,500 journals and 30 lakhs ebooks. 30 lakhs ebooks, which you have to note. Because Mysore University is 103 years old. Our book collection is around 5 lakh volumes. 5 lakh is the book volume for 103 years. Here, as a member of a college, you will getting access to 30 lakhs books. Shodh Sindhu and Enlist provides access to 30 lakhs ebook. And ePathshala, that is also a database under UGC InflipNet Center. About several thousands of lectures and notes pertaining to various topics are made available on EPG Pathshala. EPG Pathshala, you can access and download the notes prepared by university teachers. These are the publishers of various journals. You'll be getting access to these journals if you are accessing from university campus to eShod Center. About 15,000 journals, and these are the popular well data. If you are in the discipline of social sciences, you will get access to a number of journals under annual reviews, Capital Online. Students who are in the field of economics, commerce, management, and related fields. Then Economic Political Weekly, starting from 1966 to present, all articles are available. Then Euromonitor, Indiastat.com, all these are especially for social science students and teachers. Enlist service is also for students and teachers who are in degree colleges. Here you will get access to 6,500 journals, and please note that you will get access to 30 lakhs books. 30 lakhs books. 2F12B colleges will be getting free access, and if it is newly established college, you have to pay a nominal registration fee and get access to 6,500 journals and 30 lakhs books. These are the resources you will be getting under Enlist service. Inflipnet Center, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. They have Union Catalog. Then they have EPG Pathshala. Shodh Sindhu I have explained already. Shodh Gangotri is also there. Registered research synopsis. Shodh Ganga is nothing but full text of doctoral thesis. These are the services being extended to the college students and university students. The service is from UGC, Inflipnet Center. Then JSTOR, you will be getting access to thousands of journals, about 2000 journal articles will be accessing from JSTOR, and from Project Muse is from John Hopkins Press, United States. Number of articles in the discipline of social science and humanities can be accessed. But please note that all these articles covered under Project Muse and the previous one, JSTOR, you will be getting from Inflipnet services and Enlist services. No problem. Then Science Director. This is especially next one. This is especially for next. Science Director. This is especially for students who are in the discipline of basic sciences, including biomedicine and related field. If you want a research article in general science, biological science, and physical science, you will get access to about 4,000 research articles. This is from Elsevier. Very important. Many of the teachers and students who are in the discipline of science subjects, they rely much upon Science Direct to publish research articles and to get access to various research articles, what is going on in their discipline around the world. They will come to know if they access Science Direct. Then Cycline is an important database providing access to 2,000 articles in the discipline of psychology. Students, and if you want research papers, the discipline of psychology, you can rely upon Cycline. Then next one is DOAJ. DOAJ. Please remember this one. This is very important. Directory of Open Access Journals, free of cost. Here you will get access to 14,000 journals free of cost. More than 3 lakh articles you can access. Majority of them are in the discipline of social sciences in your disciplines. Education, sociology, economics, commerce, and related fields are covered here. A large majority of the journals belong to social science disciplines. So DOAJ, you will get access to research articles covering 14,000 journals. You can access from home, free of cost, 14,000 journals. Please remember this one, DOAJ. Then next one is CORE. CORE is an initiative of Open University United Kingdom. Here, please note the coverage is about 13.6 crore research articles. Nowhere you will get so many articles anywhere in the world. This is supported by 9,800 institutions all over the world. Mysore University, Gulbarga, many universities have contributed their content to CORE so that the students and teachers can access free of cost directly. So 13.6 crore research papers are covered here, including monograph publication from CORE initiative of Open University United Kingdom. Please remember this one. Don't forget the CORE database, which provides access to about 14 crore research paper. Next one is Nobel Lectures. Nobel Lectures are in the discipline of economics, then biological science, physical science, medicine, literature, and peace. So in all these Nobel Lectures, along with the biographical details of Nobel laureate, together with the photo album we'll get from Nobel Lecture, it's available on the web from 1901 to present. Here you will get access to Nobel Lecture. In this snapshot, you can see the residence of Alfred Nobel, where prize distribution ceremony is being held annually here. Nobel Lectures, involved in 6 disciplines, including peace. Then next one is indiastat.com. Very important for you because some of you are in discipline of economics, commerce, and related fields. And even if you are in geography, management science, sociology, political science, you can rely much upon it. Employment statistics you will be getting from indiastat.com. If you want to know how many people met with accident during 2017, 2018, 2019, you will get ready-made table.